What's up, creeps? It's Jason, a.k.a. the Pope of Pain, and the co-owner of Terror Trader, America's favorite horror marketplace. I'm just going to throw it out there. Why not? That's
America, baby.
America, baby. JDK to my left. What's up, my brother?
How we doing,
or my illegitimate son.
Is that hit close to home?
Because, look, if one more fucking person tells me I'm your dad, I'm just going to lose my shit.
Yeah, this is how we're
Have you ever seen
off.
Pieces?
Yeah, I have.
It happens like weekly. Is this your son?
Yeah, it's
I'm
true.
Like, man, I feel like I'm aging like a fine wine, but I think it's more like a cheese.
Yeah, cheese. No, you look great, but I will say, guys, stop doing that. It makes my day really, really bad. So just, yeah.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I like to say, well, look, we got some trinkets here on the table from our I don't want to say our good friend. I don't want to say our good friend.
No.
From our acquaintance. Look, Duke Sweet got me a Mothman. Look at this. Look at this. This thing's so cool.
You got a cool Mothman.
Yeah.
Honoring your roots, West Virginia roots.
Yes. Yeah.
I got the See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil cats.
Oh.
And I'm just glad Duke gave me something other than a headache for a change. So thank you, buddy. Shop Sweet
thank you
Unique.
for these. These are rad, man. Mothman. Obviously, that's my jam. That's where I'm from. So
sure. And cats, baby.
And cats for whatever reasons. Yes. So, hey, we're here, and obviously you've seen the title today, and we're doing 80s sleeper slashers. All right, and I have to give old Bob Hogue, the record producer for like Calabrese and a bunch of other like bands I never heard of.
All your favorite bands.
I've heard of Calabrese. I'm just kidding. Bob, I got to bust your balls a little bit. He gave me this name yesterday. We were talking about it, and he's like, oh, so you mean like sleeper slashers? And I'm like,
oh.
I was like, I am going to steal that. And I don't say steal it. I feel like he handed it to me. You know what I'm saying? So
served you it up.
So that's what I'm going. And what does that mean, by the way?
That's a great question.
No one knows. No, it means, okay, 80s, we all know this. Who ruled the 80s, right? It was Jason Voorhees, or your Friday the 13th, your Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger's, and your Michael Myers, right?
Sure.
And there was no, I guess, doubting any of that. You know? So they were the kings. They were the number ones throughout the 80s. But I think there's better movies out there.
I think so. I know so.
Yeah, and as a slasher connoisseur, yes, that's an actual official title, by the way.
Yes, chef.
Yeah, yes, chef. I like that. As a connoisseur, I love those undiscovered, those, like I said, those sleeper slasher movies in the 80s that really sometimes outdid your big boys, your Mount Rushmores.
I would dare say the majority of the times kind of outdid them. There's some on our list that they're heat.
Yeah, no, totally. And so we're doing our top 11. And you're wondering why a top 11? It's pretty easy because we're just one better than everybody else. Yeah. So no, we're not. We suck.
We are, baby.
we suck. Look at our numbers. 6 people watching this. So anyway,
it's not a lie if you believe it.
Yeah. So no, we're going to do our top 11. Actually, we were going to do top 10, but I had to sneak one in.
Yeah.
And it's kind of should it be in a top 80? No.
No, but you had to have this on, and I respect it. You went to bat for this one. It had to be talked about.
I love it. So we're going to power through this, guys, and then we're going to go, we're going to talk, we got some listener questions.
Yes, some questions asked.
Questions asked. Get it?
Yes. From you maniacs.
Oh, how about that?
I like it.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready, dude.
Okay. Hey, by the way, check this out. I'm gonna give you a little sideways here. Wait,
little plug.
How do I go? Oh shit! I'm off the camera. Look at that
branding.
That was cool. That's who are these people? Oh, this is the twins on The Shining. Yes, and Justin's got the new sweatshirt on. All right. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, sorry.
Yeah, I apologize.
Jump on YouTube. Get on the YouTube. It's a really cool platform. If you hadn't noticed, it's only been around for 20 years.
But still give us those Spotify listens.
Yeah, we want. I don't care. Listen how you want to listen. It doesn't matter to me. Right. Man. So actually, it does matter to me, and I love you guys for it. So number 11, I had to throw out. Splatter University.
Oh my God!
This is a 1982. It is not a good movie.
I was waiting for you to say classic. Okay, I really thought you were going there, but
it is okay. I threw it out here because one, it's got probably the best trailer. It was top 3 trailers of all time and slasher movie. Excuse me.
Sure.
You know, and 2, I think this was a Trauma acquisition, right? It is super hard to find now these days, right?
You couldn't. I went to brush up on this movie.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
You can't find this anywhere.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta have like. This is why I love physical media, because once you get physical, a DVD, VHS, a Splatter U, it's fucking game over, right?
Sure.
It doesn't matter what these streaming Nazis do out there and try to take it away from us, right? So, but no, this is it's a typical college slasher, obviously, right? I mean, there's nothing groundbreaking on this, but I threw this out there because, like I said, the trailer is so freaking rad. It's so fun. I love Lloyd Kaufman, and not that he made this. I think they just bought this thing, you know,
Sure.
or whatever, or maybe they lost the rights to it. I don't even know,
Or
man.
just stole
but,
it, yeah.
But it's it gives you everything you want in the 3 Bs, right? And whatnot, and
Principles.
yeah, and you're, and I think as a diehard slasher fan, if you're looking to get it to be into this world, right? You're going to be, I'm like, hey, I kind of like all horror, but you're like, I really like to brush up on and be a connoisseur like me, and 80s slashers. Splatter University is definitely on your list. So 1982, dig it up.
And can I just say really
Yeah.
quickly, you mentioned the trailer, which, by the way, it is a phenomenal
Woo-wee.
trailer. I had to write this
That
one
thing's
down in
rad.
the notes.
Yeah.
Because to start off the trailer, just think about this for a
Right.
second. You go, first you were frightened by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
Okay, sounds great. Then you were terrorized by Halloween.
Yes.
Now be prepared to be pulverized, traumatized, and hospitalized by Splatter University.
You kind of missed the voice, though. It's like,
I did.
First you were, terrorized by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Sure.
Then you were, and it's great. Be prepared to be pulverized, exterminated,
Terrorized.
terrorized. I don't know. It's so good, dude.
Sure.
80s, any trailer in the 80s. I don't know who the guy was. I think it was like Don Corleone or something. Maybe it wasn't him, but it was somebody named that had the best freaking voice ever, right?
It was fantastic. Very
Yeah.
radio friendly, but
Oh, man.
horrifying.
Yeah.
And I will say this one lost start that we lost today, present day horror.
Oh.
The 80s taglines.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah.
I wrote them down for each film that we got here. And
Shut
I'm going to kick
up.
them at you. I just want you to score them out of skulls. 10 skulls. At the being the highest, the 1 being the lowest.
Okay, so you're going to give me, as we talk about this one, you're going to give me the tagline.
Yes.
And I'm going to rate this thing. Oh,
Right.
Man, this is like my birthday. This because I love slasher taglines.
They're phenomenal.
They're fucking
And
awesome.
in the 80s, it didn't get no better than that, right?
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
for Splatter U, we have, it's not whether you pass or fail, but whether you live.
It's not whether you pass or fail. It's whether you live.
Right.
Yeah, that's an 8 for me.
That's an 8?
That's
Solid.
an 8, man. I love that. So
Okay.
All right, moving on. Number 10. So this is now we're officially our top 10, right? And
Right.
so every one of these movies that we're putting in here, as Jay would say, bangers, certified
Bangers,
bangers,
baby, yes.
You say certified because
Certified bangers.
I guess it's a stamp you put on that thing.
Seal
or
of
whatever.
approval.
Seal of approval. So
Yeah.
Slaughter High, 1986, man. Woo! This thing is awesome.
From university to high school.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And so what's, and I'm not going to go down to deep details on this, but basically one thing you're going to follow along in all these is the stories kind of all run together, right?
They do.
This one is the same thing, typical 80s bullying story, right?
Very
Where the
kinda-
kid gets acid stuck in his face at the end, right?
Right, very toxic, very trauma, right? This is almost like a
Correct.
Toxic Avenger style.
I'm pretty sure like this is every trauma movie, by the way.
Every single one of them. And Melvin is now Marty, I
Yeah,
think.
Marty
in
the
this.
nerd. Yes.
Marty's the nerd.
Yes,
So,
yes.
kind of a trauma ripoff here.
Yeah, and he
But,
gets whacked, right?
Yeah.
But then my favorite part is, not to interrupt you, sorry, but
No, you're good.
he comes back to kill everybody, not 20 years later. It's the 5-year reunion. Who has a 5-year high school reunion?
Yeah, no.
80s was so fucked. I'm telling you, man. We were just looking for shit to do, dude.
No, you were, and I want to say there's probably no movie outside of Cheerleader Camp that I watched that I rented more than
Yeah.
Slaughter High growing up. It had the coolest looking that mask that he wore. That
It's like a jester
It's like a jester mask.
That was creative because like everybody's doing, the hockey or just
Right.
the shapes and all, but this one was like wazoo.
got the
bro.
Letterman jacket.
It was crazy, dude. And then like, I wonder what the thought process behind that. It's like, all right, we're gonna fucking, I don't know, what do you got, man?
Right.
You're just going digging through masks, old Don Poe shit, and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, a jester.
You nailed. That's probably how it went, right? In his
Yeah.
basement somewhere. That was
Yeah.
laying there. But I got to say, did you know Marty actually committed real life? By the way, committed suicide right after this film wrapped.
So that's how you market a movie,
Right.
right?
I
I'm
thought
telling
he-
you right now.
I thought, yeah, right. But I also thought maybe he just didn't want to see the reviews on
Oh.
this fucking thing.
Possibly.
Possibly.
It's either one or two things. Like, Marty, look, whatever your real name is, right?
Right.
This movie's so fucking bad that you're probably not going to want to show your face. Or, Marty, look, we're fighting this is what 86. We're like knee deep in the slashes. We gotta do something. So I need you to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. I mean, that's
Say love you, Marty.
yeah, and he did. And what a trooper, man. I hope they paid him well for that. You know.
Right.
So,
Well,
okay, what do you got for the tagline?
Tagline, and it actually has to do with Marty.
Oh.
So Marty majored in cutting classmates was the tagline for this one.
That's pretty good.
It's
okay.
pretty good, but I think it's a little weaker of the bunch.
Yeah, I'm going to give it about a 6.
6 goals.
Yeah, you know, because I thought they could have gone a little deeper. So, all right, number 9. Now we're diving into your world here,
Baby.
Oh boy, a little Lucia Fulci. Is that how you say his name?
Oh yeah, I like that.
How about that?
A little,
yeah, I got a little. Yeah, I'm married to an Italian, right?
Yeah,
if I
yes,
don't,
you
she
are.
cuts my throat or whatever. We're talking about the New York Ripper.
I'm so happy to be talking about this.
Phew. I was wondering if you're putting this one in the top 10. Look, this is what 82.
Yeah,
82.
early 80s.
And something about Italians. Like, every Italian horror movie is like based out of New York. Why
Yeah.
is this first? I don't understand.
I think that, you know what, New York, it fits the bill because a lot of these movies have to do with vicious screams, and if you go to New York City, it's
Yeah.
pretty much what you're going to hear.
Good call. Yeah, no shit, especially these days.
But this thing's sleazy, right? Like,
Okay, sleazy is a great word for this, dude.
Yeah,
wow, man.
it's gore-soaked.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the epitome of a slasher movie, in my opinion. It's got pretty much everything to make you feel uncomfortable,
Okay.
but in the coolest of ways. And
I was stressed out the entire movie.
extremely stressed out.
Wow, dude.
Not a movie to watch with your parents, by the way.
No, and this is definitely if you're introducing somebody into the slasher world, maybe not the one to start with.
Don't start here. This is for you you folks out there who've been watching for maybe 5-6 years.
Great example. This is an experience level slasher.
For sure.
Okay, there you go.
But
Yeah.
mandatory viewing, you know what I mean?
Oh, you got to watch it as a slasher fan. This is a definite man, and it is like even the kills are great. A lot of stiletto, switchblade type of kills.
And it's got that like they're in like a porn theater in segments of the movie.
Yeah, a lot of you're gonna see a lot of tits.
But with any Fulci movie, you get his really cool cameos. I don't know if you caught it, but he's featured in the movie. Well, featured, but he's in the movie.
Who?
Fulci.
Oh, I
himself.
don't even know what the guy. I don't even know what the fucking guy looks like. Man.
Right, he's the old cranky
I can
old
imagine
dude.
what he looks like. Old Italian,
Paint
angry.
a picture in your head. That's probably him. But you get a really classic score. Probably one of my favorites from him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, like all Italian films, right? They got
Yeah.
a killer score. But the movie's just, dude, it's terrorizing.
It
This
is.
thing's-
It's just you feel like dread afterwards, man. You're just like, ugh. And the ending. Oh yeah. By the way, we're spoiling shit. And look,
Yeah.
these things been out for 40 years. If you hadn't seen them, then eat shit, right? No, I'm just kidding. Eat shit and live. That's what I should have said. But no, the shot to the face, man. Oh, so good. The
So
practical
good.
effects is rad in this.
Incredible,
man.
and that's kind of what he specializes in, right? His camera work in this movie, by the way.
Yes.
I love his other films more.
Yes.
But this movie, dude, I think has his best camera work in all the filmography that he has.
I
conjured
think
up.
I agree on that. I agree. And like I said, I haven't shown this one to the missus yet. you
Yeah,
know?
no, don't.
I don't think
Yeah,
I
don't.
need to, you know. She was curious. She's like, New York Ripper, that sounds good. Is it
Right.
Serial killer? I'm like,
Sure. And not only is it sleazy
Yeah.
and all, but then you have the duck, the quack quacks. And I think that's probably going to throw some people off.
I think so too.
But let me get this tagline out.
Oh,
here,
yeah,
okay?
yeah, hit me up.
Not the best.
Okay.
It's nice to visit, but you wouldn't want to die there. So talking in
Ooh.
referencing New York.
Yeah, okay. That actually still applies today.
It does.
I don't know.
Fulci, you were onto something.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 5.
5 skulls. That's probably where it should be.
Maybe a 4.5. But
Yeah, I'm with you.
Maybe a top skull without a jaw for the 4. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. I
yeah.
like it.
Anyway,
All
all
right.
right. Moving on. Number 8. Oh yeah, this was an awesome one too. This is the Mutilator. Okay, which. Rightfully so, this should be in our top 10. You know what I'm saying? This is 84. Actually, did you know this was actually going to be called Fall Break?
Oh.
And
no, I
I'm
did
glad
not.
they didn't, because
Yeah.
the Mutilator is probably one of the best names for a slasher, I think, ever, man. You know?
And Fall Break is a great name, but it just goes to show you how really cool Mutilator is, right?
yeah.
That's special.
That, oh boy, this
As,
one,
as our, go ahead. As our,
no, I'm telling you.
as our buddy Rawhead Randy would say, that's special.
Oh yeah,
That's
how about that, Rawhead Randy? Where's this guy? All right, yes, you guys remember him from like 6 years ago on our podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm talking shit about Rawhead Randy because I know he's not watching this.
Right. He's like Jeepers Creepers, right? He comes around once
every 23 years,
Right.
Or something. So,
Yeah.
so this is actually a birthday slasher,
Right.
You know, and which
Starts
I
off
love
the movie.
and I love the themes around this type of stuff, man. And this is basically the killer's the dad, Big Ed, in this one, right? And you know, once again, he doesn't take kindly to, you know, well, let me back this up. I don't want to run too much of it, right? Because this is something you guys have to watch. I mean, New York Ripper you have to watch, but this one right here, the dad killer type of thing, I think the creative kills in this is what I dig, or the creative weapons, right?
Creative weapons, for sure.
Because you're getting battle axes, you're getting giant hooks, which is right. I mean, this hook is it's like an overdone fish hook. That's like, is this a real thing, or I don't even know.
He's making use of everything in his tool shed.
Yeah,
He's putting it to work.
And it's very classic tropes too, because you get tons of triple B, right?
Yeah.
You get your blood, boobs, and bad acting.
Yeah.
But it's the virgin in the movie that, is classic. You can't kill the virgin. The virgin comes out to be the final girl. Really, really cool stuff, man.
Right.
So,
and from whatever it's worth, my favorite trailer of every movie that's on this list.
Is it really?
This trailer is incredible.
Okay, all right. It is a good trailer. And I mean, not my favorite, because I'll talk about that in a few. But,
okay, stay tuned.
No, I love it. And Mutilator is a fun one, guys. Sometimes the name will off-put people. They're like, ooh, I don't know how gruesome this is.
Right.
Trust me on this. This is a solid slasher. You'll have a lot of fun with.
Are you ready for the tagline?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. By pick, by axe, by sword, bye.
Wow. So that was pretty creative.
That's pretty good.
By pick, by axe, by sword, bye.
Right.
Okay. I'm going with a 6.5 on that
6.5.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a little too wordy for me,
Too wordy.
But so far, I think Splatter, you winning?
Splatter's winning.
Fuck, this is great.
How about it,
This
buddy?
is great, man.
All right.
So
moving on.
What number are we on now?
7.
Oh, all right. It's flashback to 1982.
Ooh,
okay?
let's go. New York Ripper again.
There's a lot of early 80s in
There
this,
is.
man. But no, I'm talking Slumber Party Massacre. Ooh. Yes, this is a Roger Corman movie. So if anybody knows anything about Roger Corman, there's one thing that he likes in movies.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
And it's frontal, baby. Full frontal if you can get it. But definitely upper frontal. And he gets a lot of hot girls in this. He gets a lot of gratuitous nudity. He gets a phallic driller killer, that's another movie, by the way. But I had to throw it in here.
Another banger.
That is what the killer uses. This giant phallic. I say phallic because there's a scene where it's in between his legs and a girl's in between. It's actually the fucking movie cover, right? Which is one of the best
it's so good.
movie covers ever. I'm throwing it out there, man. I just mark my words for this one. But so I looked into this, and this had a female director.
No way.
It did, and which is super rare for the 80s, right?
Did not know that.
80s was, and this is something a lot of people don't know, man, because half of you were probably not alive in the 80s, right? But 80s was very male-driven, right? Very chauvinist-driven, and and it is what it is. I'm not going to apologize for it or anything like that, but that's not my fault. I was a little fucking kid, but it was like, everything. Look at your action stars. It was fucking machos, right? You had your Stallones, your Schwarzeneggers. It was a lot of meat in the 80s.
I like how you put that, buddy.
So, so now to throw a female director in on a slasher that is going to have tons of triple B, right? Right. It's pretty rad. And she killed it, by the way.
Absolutely killed it.
No pun intended.
She did. Bravo.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes of this movie, you already crossed off all 3 Bs.
Yes.
By the way.
Yeah. Good call.
Like literally the first 5 minutes.
You get it all right there. And this is how you catch my attention, right? And you keep my attention. This is amazing how they do this, man.
God, bless that shower scene to start the movie.
Oh, how about that, man?
Come on.
You know what? Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah. And good. So you guys like power tool kills. There's plenty of that in this movie. And yeah,
and it gets weirder in the sequel. And I would
the sequel gets. They keep the drill, right? The drill stays in the family, okay? Because I think there may be 2 or 3 of these. I know it's 2, but I don't know if maybe 3. But the second one, which we don't have to talk about today, but it's now a drill attached to a guitar.
Yeah, watch it. It's fun.
It's insane. It is amazing. But so anyway, yeah.
Tagline time.
Huh?
Tagline time.
Wait. I got to talk about, you're a soundtrack guy.
Oh, you like this one?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm sitting there going, this soundtrack is fucked, right? And then I went to go look it up. The whole thing is done on a Casio keyboard.
Yeah, it sounds like a commercial. You know what I mean? Like I always called the commercial music growing up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
There's little Casio keyboards you buy at Montgomery Ward's back in the, or whatever back in the 80s.
Sure.
That was the whole score was done by this thing, which is impressive. By
commercial music, elevator music. It was weird, but
I love it. Dude. Yeah, I love it.
So when the pizza arrives, then things really start jumping. That's our tagline.
Ooh. Oh,
And
Wait,
if you
what?
watch the movie, you know.
yeah, it does. It's true, but boy, I don't know. I'm
Not
gonna,
the clever.
I'm gonna give that like a 4.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
you know, I don't know. Okay,
Moving on to number 5.
number 5. Okay, no, number 6.
Okay. It is 6. It is 6.
I think. Holy shit! All right, we're talking Sleepaway Camp, man.
Speaking of sleeping over here.
1983 Sleepaway Camp. Now, here's my thing. It's you say Sleepaway Camp, every horror fan out there is like, oh yeah, I love Sleepaway Camp. How many people have actually seen it though? You know what I'm saying?
You think it's like the Universal Monsters treatment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right? You know, because this as a movie, super fun, campy slasher. Right? We all know the storyline where there was a boating accident and a little younger brother and sister. We don't know who dies. Right? We assume the brother dies. And once again, I'm running it. Fuck, you know. And so then they flash back, and there's Angela, which is Felissa Rose, which we love dearly, by the way,
To death.
at Camp Arwak.
Yeah.
I think how you say that.
Thank you for pronouncing that.
Yeah, I don't know. So and you know, weird. People start dying, right?
Yeah.
And
At a camp.
At a camp.
Yeah.
It's never
Shocker.
been done before.
Meat and potatoes, baby. Stick to the formula. That's why you
That
love
is true.
Sleepaway Camp,
That is
right?
true. But you know what? It's a really, actually, a good story.
Right.
It's a fun slasher. I'm waving this flag for this movie because I think it's just alone. You know, besides all the creative kills, Curling Iron Kill is my favorite, by the way.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that thing. Whoo, man, right up there.
Yeah,
That's not good. No one should go out that way.
No.
But I think also this thing has the most iconic slasher ending in history.
The first movie to really floor me at the end of the.
For sure. Yeah, because Angela's a boy. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Who would have got it, right? So, which is awesome. It was a great ending, and it's actually what made Felissa Rose super famous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then she has taken that ball and not ran with it, but like slam dunked it. And
Michael Jordan from the free throw line.
Thank you.
You know
You
what I
know,
mean?
she is one of the best celebs to be in contact with ever. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, we absolutely love her here, and what a fantastic time we had this December.
Yeah, yes, we did actually. That's
Yeah.
right. She was here. Maybe we'll see her again. Who
I
knows?
hope, I
man?
hope.
Yeah. So, okay. So, what is the tagline? By the way?
Sleepaway Camp tagline: someone is watching you, someone is waiting for you, someone wants to scare you to death. ... Literally.
Okay. All right. I'm pushing that at a 5. I think it's too wordy.
It's a little wordy.
I think a tagline needs to be one word or one line.
One line.
And a lot of puns in this line or something, right? It's got to pack a punch, which I think we're going to get to here.
Yeah.
So far, it's funny. My number 11 pick has been the best so far.
So far, so
you
good.
know? So
Mr. Irrelevant here.
how about that? Oh yeah, it's like the last pick in the draft,
Right.
right? So
Splatter you.
okay, number 5. Now we're getting to number 5.
Now we're there, buddy.
Finally, right? And this is something that I'm super passionate about, and we have one of our good friends here, Rigor Mortis Mass. You guys remember him? He's going to sing this one down to the day he dies. Man, we're talking The Burning. Was it 1981? I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a year.
Oh boy, what a year! Let me tell you. Yeah, and this right here is mostly the Cropsey Killer. Okay, you guys know about the urban legend, the Cropsey. If not, stay tuned because we're going to have Terror Files coming up, all about the real Cropsey Killer.
That's your bag right there.
Totally, yeah. And which is a New York legend, kills kids. Now they've taken this story and they've twisted it a little bit, right? This one is like he's a janitor and they're playing a prank on him, catch him on fire. You know, kind of Freddy Krueger-ish.
Right. Always the fucking janitor, dude.
Fuck, don't be a janitor.
Don't do it.
I'm telling you, or be a janitor. No, don't be a janitor. I was gonna say like at a monastery or maybe like where the nuns hang out at. What is it called?
A convents?
Non-factory. Okay, nun factory. I was gonna say nun factory.
Nun factory.
Okay, where they make nuns, right? But even then, you're gaming for something. So never be a janitor. You know what I'm saying? Hire robots. Oh wait, that's like shopping mall almost.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
pretty much.
yeah,
Nun factory.
but yeah, so a prank gone wrong, and this one actually launched a cool career of one of your guys, your Seinfeld dudes.
Hey, baby, Jason Alexander.
That's his name. Yes, yeah. What's his name on Seinfeld?
George.
George.
But unfortunately,
George Costanza.
unfortunately, in The Burning, he didn't have the summer of George like he did in Seinfeld.
That's true.
It didn't go well.
It did not go well. No, poor George. But it's crazy to see a thinned out George with hair as
Wild,
well.
dude.
Yeah, so it's really fun to see. Yeah, I love that. I love when like Jennifer Aniston's and stuff like what we see in Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You get to see them in there, and they're probably like, oh fuck, why did I do this movie?
Right.
But it's still it's I think it's rad. So,
it's rad. And since seeing this movie, I've never looked at a pair of garden shears the same.
No,
ever.
and that's the classic,
Right.
great box art where he's holding up the garden shear, the silhouette of the garden shears, because there's a cool scene where dude loses his digits in that one, which is I don't know, that's probably one of the best scenes in the movie, by the way.
Agreed. And again, over the water, there's another boat.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a simple formula to these movies.
I would totally. Oh God, yeah, easy formula. And I think this is actually, if you look at this got buried by like, Friday the 13th Part 2, right?
Right.
And everything. And this is like, I believe Savini. Don't quote me on this. Some of the horror nerds out there can write it in the comments here below. But I think
sure
he
will.
turned down Friday the 13th Part 2 for this movie, right?
Is that
was
the lore?
it.
I'm afraid to say anything before they kill me in the comments section.
Yeah, and
fuck it.
or vice versa. I don't remember. Anyway,
Sure.
but this one, it got buried by the Friday the 13th series, and which it is what it is, man. I mean that happens, and was it that, or did he do Friday the 13th Part 2 and turn down Burning?
We know one thing. It's one of those two.
Okay, good call. I'm getting old, man. I can't. Mothman, come
what are
save
you doing,
me,
buddy?
I don't know. What are you doing?
You know what?
I used to know this trivia, but I don't know. Look, sorry, Tom Savini. I don't know your fucking life story. I apologize.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's the opposite. I think he did the Burning and he turned down Friday the 13th Part 2.
Right.
Or vice versa. Anyway.
It's one of them. Yeah.
Either way, awesome slasher. Fun, super fucking slasher, man.
Right.
You can't go wrong. And this has always been in my top 5. Even as a kid, I when I first saw this, probably late 80s. It took me a little while to find it. Once again, it gets buried. But to this day, I sing the song. Man.
Now it's burned into your skull forever.
Oh, that's good.
That's
good.
Yeah.
What's the tagline? Hit me with the tagline.
Gather around the campfire to die. It will take you farther than fear. Not so great.
Not so good. That's
so
a
good.
5-er. It's a 5 for me.
Yeah, that's being generous.
What?
being generous.
Okay. All right. You know what? We need to work on that. In fact, we should rewrite a lot of these, by the way.
Right. I think so.
Or have AI do it. Or
we
something.
could do better. We could do a lot better.
Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up AI. I'm going to say, give me some 80s slasher taglines. I bet you we'll do a Crip Cut on this.
Yeah.
And see what AI can come up with. Fucking AI. All right. So, number 4. Ooh. You ready for this one?
Let's go.
This is
Let's go.
I guarantee. I'm surprised this is not our top number ones.
This is one of my favorites to
Because
talk
me
about.
and you, man, we're like, you ever see people on top of Mount Everest and
Yeah.
they hold up the flag together?
Yep.
That's us, man. We're holding this flag up together.
Yeah.
And
you would be that guy. I'd be more like Melvin with the mob. You know what I mean? Just
okay,
That's
all right.
fine.
I'm
though.
down with that. Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. We're talking Rocktober blood.
Hey, really quick, I got Paul. You got a little Mothman on your face.
Oh, I
Just
do.
get rid of.
Oh,
there you
okay.
go. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
I'm just
shedding?
looking up for my boy.
Man, how about now?
You know what I
man?
mean? You're
Am
looking
I
great.
good?
Mothman. Dude, what kind of fucking operation are you running here, buddy? All right.
He's shedding. Yeah, right. The fucking thing's shedding on me.
Come
okay. Rocktober blood, man. And holy shit, dude. Wow. 10 minutes in this movie, by the way. You get hair metal song.
Yes.
Right? You get 2 murders and 2 nude scenes.
Take my money.
The first 10 minutes.
Right.
The heavy metal hair bearing song is amazing, by the way.
And I'm glad you said that because there was that little subgenre inside the slasher genre of the heavy metal horrors, right? You had the Black Roses, you had the Trick or Treats.
Yep.
But Rocktober Blood was like the movie, right?
For sure.
I mean, Hack-O-Lantern was rad too, don't get me wrong.
Hack-O-Lantern was great.
But
Yeah.
Rocktober Blood, dude, you had, like you said, in the first 10 minutes, everything you could possibly want in a slasher and more.
And this is the era. Rocktober Blood was 1984. Now, like Van Halen's, 84 came out. All this stuff. It's like every hair metal band, Poison, Cinderella, everybody was like in their rat. They're in their prime, right?
Right.
So why not make a slasher, right? And it called Rocktober Blood. Wow, dude.
What a name.
Yeah, I mean, this thing had heavy metal mimes, which is weird.
Yes.
Lots of Aquanet. I'm talking, fuck, dude. That was probably the most of the budget, by the way. Right?
Probably.
Probably. And then Fang Face. Can we talk about Fang Face?
Thank you.
Yes. A super iconic mask that I think a lot of people know the mask. Maybe if I get crazy on this editing of this thing, I'll edit a picture of this thing, pop it up here. Or I may get lazy and I won't do it at all.
I'm going to give all the mask nerds a heart attack right now, but is that a Zagoni mask? Is that kind of where that thing... is that an origin?
I think they bought... I don't know if they were around in 84.
Sure.
But I know Zagoni does it now.
Sure.
So they may have bought the rights or maybe it was Zagoni. Once again, this is where I'm talking. This is why we need you guys out there to fucking let me know.
And in the movie,
comments below.
They call it the Rocktober Blood Death Mask, right? I'm pretty sure that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, that's about it, yeah.
But that thing's rad.
Oh, it's cool. So super cool Fang Face mask. And, the whole thing is the story is pretty hardcore.
It is.
The main killer dies and then all of a sudden comes back and holy shit, it's his evil twin brother.
Right. Go figure. What?
Wow.
As if Sleepaway campaign didn't shock you.
Someone wrote that like this shit face and like that's a great idea. Let's just go with it, man. More Aquanet.
Right. And hey, can I just say a little sidebar here?
Yeah.
You know how today we kind of sexualize and do the whole like thing with Ghostface, like chicks love to get naked and throw a Ghostface mask on. We like to do this with Art the Clown. Can we bring back the fucking the Fang Face?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
where's my sexy Fang Face pictures?
Where are they?
Yeah, I mean, don't send them to me.
Send them to us.
Okay, whatever. Send them to us. Why not?
But that is the coolest look of all these movies I think we're talking about so far to this point.
It's a really cool mask. It's a really cool mask, and I look. We're real life slashers, real life killers. They don't really wear masks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's a shame. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very rare. Maybe the what was it? The Town That Dreaded Sundown. That guy actually wore a sackhead like mask, right? And they never found him.
Yeah.
Probably because he got lost, and that's why they don't wear these things. You can't kill when you got something in your face, right?
Sure.
It's a nightmare. But I appreciate the movies they do on this stuff. So thank you, because that just adds a little something to this, So yeah, Rocktober Blood, 1,000% a win. If you've never seen it, fucking go.
Please.
Go. I think it's like free on everywhere, probably Tubi or something.
Right. If it's Friday night and you're having a party, this is the movie.
If you just want to laugh on how stupid we were in the 80s,
yeah,
this is the one. This is the one you're going, wait. This is what my parents did. You know what I'm saying? We were fucked, man. All right, it was nuts.
Well, you ready for the tagline?
Yeah, it's got to be good. Come on.
This one's pretty good. He's back from the dead with a message from hell.
Okay,
it's more straightforward.
It is. We're back from the dead with a message from hell. I thought we'd have a little music twist in there. You know what I'm saying? Like strumming the strings of death or something. A
little bit, but the top three we're sitting pretty.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm cool with that. So, all right. Now top three. This is a tough one, man. This is me and you went back and forth a lot on this stuff, man.
Especially as far as the placement goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, there's definitely some. I think you could interchange these any way you wanted. I really do. But let's just go. Number 3, Pieces, baby. Oh. Which 1982. Once again, early 80s. I mean, and I give it to Halloween's. I give it to the Friday 13th that really kicked this off. And when people see you're making money on something, you're going to just knock these things out, right?
Sure.
And so these first 4 years of the 80s was just dynamite when it came to this. And Pieces is sequentially one of the, I don't know if that's a good word to use, but one of the best slashers in history.
This is B-movie gold.
B-movie gold is a great, yeah.
For sure. And this is another one that makes me think of our buddy Riley. You know what I mean? Like the kid in this movie just
kid never shuts up about this movie. Jesus Christ.
And I don't mean this in like, it makes me think of him because he likes it. I just mean the kid in the beginning.
Oh,
that's what I kind of mean more like just sadistic.
Yeah, if you wonder, and then once again, you wonder how it all kicks off. Kid is like putting right. This is like 1940s. He's there's little kids in the room because there's nothing else to do. And by the way, I sit there and watch that scene again. It's 1940s, and he has a push button phone.
I didn't notice. Okay,
how about that?
Right on.
Wrong. We didn't have them until 1950s. I don't know when we had this. Anyway,
sure.
Like I was born back then. So, but he's putting together a nudie puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Mom comes in. Holy shit! I can't believe you're putting together a puzzle. Well, first off, you should be proud. He's not on the internet or anything.
Sure.
Not that there's
not playing video games.
Yeah, he's not playing video. Well, none of those existed back in 1940s. Right. But he's not out. I don't know what do they do in the 40s. Working in coal mines.
Fucking
something, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Probably, I think by age 9 you had a job in the 40s, and you already like working till retirement.
I just imagine delivering newspapers. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what they did, right? Or was in the mafia or something. Okay, anyway,
I thought it was Willy Wonka or some shit. Like I thought that was what life was in the 40s
or 70s. All right, that's close enough. Yeah, okay. So, mom finds him. Crazy mom loses her shit, and he's like, "Oh yeah, is that how you want to go?" And then he axes her to death, man.
Holy shit!
First scene,
levels up.
First scene in the movie.
Hey,
and by the way, I think we sell that puzzle here every once in a while too. So come by at Brain Damage Boutique here at Terror Trader and check it out, man.
And get that sucker.
Okay, this movie is wacko, man. It is so rad. It's a college slasher again, right? But it's like almost quirky at moments, right?
Oh, dude, it's so silly.
With the once again the janitor or the groundskeeper guy, you know, and what you always you immediately they point the finger at this as a killer, but it's so obvious it's not the killer, right? And so it's pretty rad. So, so a guy is going around and just dismembering college kids, right? Lots of chainsaw death in this, man.
A lot,
and lots of blood, and but then there's like the scene at the pool when the chick got chainsawed up, right? And the detective walks by and he's looking, and there's a chainsaw laying in blood right next to the girl. And he's like, "What do you think the odds this chainsaw was used in this killing?" And it's like, I'm sitting there going, "Hey, fuck face, are you kidding me?" This is why there was a ton of serial killers in like, the 70s and 80s, because we didn't know shit. What's DNA? You don't know that shit, right?
And how bad was the acting though? But in a really pleasurable way.
Yeah,
right.
It was amazing, man.
I really wish I was 18, 19, 20 in the 80s, because I would have loved. I would have been in a movie, dude. There was no way
we would have died.
We would have died
because who dies? People have sex. People get drunk. People do stupid shit. We would have lasted maybe the first 10 minutes. Hopefully,
hope
or whatever.
Definitely not enough for a sequel. No,
oh God, no. This is why they made movies. People like us. Man.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah. So, and then let's talk with the ending. Okay. The final reveal. They open up, accidentally find the pieces. So basically, this kid is taking body parts and sewing them together like fucking Frankenstein, right?
Right.
By the way, you want to look at the scene when they reveal this? The first lady that's all stitched together, they reveal, and then immediately it cuts to the second time. They cut back to like a face. Oh my God! And they cut back and the lady falls down. 2 different ladies. 2 fucking different ladies. Like one was a brunette, and then all of a sudden she's blonde.
It's not even like casual. It's so noticeable.
It's what the fuck?
What are we doing?
Yeah. And then lays down, the body's there, the movie's there, they shoot the dude in the face, right? It kills it, the killer and all that stuff. And then the I guess final boy.
Oh, the final boy.
Because it really wasn't a final girl, it was a final boy
right
at the end. And he's walking by it, and then you get the get the ultimate cock grab, cock squish. This is the ending. He grabs his nuts, squishes it, blood comes out, roll credits.
That's it.
Fucking 80s, dude. That is the best ending. 1982. It's like, maybe they just ran out of ideas. And they're like, I don't know. How you want to do this? Hey, fuck it. Grab this guy.
The thing I love about it, I just don't think they cared. And there's something so charming about it. Like, obviously, they didn't give a shit. Like you mentioned, the point of like having 2 different actresses in the same fucking spot. Like,
yeah.
But that's what makes this movie so fun.
I agree.
You're not taking a movie like this seriously, right? But you're just having some fun with it.
No, I agree. And it's super fun. And if you haven't seen Pieces, by the way, best trailer in horror history. I'm telling you, this is my number 1 trailer, because it's just the voice, the scene, and it's just grindhouse, gutsy, gross, just cool.
Right.
Like, you see the trailer, you're like, fucking, let's go to the video store. I'm out.
Sure.
I got to go watch this, man. So good job on that, whoever cut that thing, man. So
and a good job for whoever did the tagline. Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready. Yes.
You're gonna like this one, buddy. It's exactly what you think it is.
What is it?
That's the tagline.
Oh, shit.
That's the tagline. You were very underwhelmed. Very underwhelmed.
Actually, that's my favorite so far.
No, so you get like the really cool like bloody pieces.
Yes.
And then it's exactly what you think.
Okay.
It is.
You fooled me for a second. I'm like, what the fuck? But no, that's brilliant though. Because as soon as you hear pieces, you got like this lady's all chopped up or sewn together on the cover. Right. It's exactly what you think it is.
Basically, speak for itself, right?
I love it.
I like it. It's funny.
All right, number two. This one, man. This one was a toughie.
We went back and forth on this one quite a bit.
We did, and
I lost. I lost, guys. That's why mine's sitting at number 2.
Yeah, good point. I think you could shuffle these in any of these top 5s together. But
I agree.
Number 2, we're talking The Prowler. That's right, 1981. Back again. We're going back to 81, right? And this is you really love this. You got a fucking tattoo on your leg of The Prowler.
Antonio Garcia.
How about that? Antonio Garcia.
Thanks,
are
buddy.
Really good on Instagram. Probably one of the best horror artists I've seen out there.
Incredible work.
Yeah,
Go get stuff done.
Crazy. So what I like in this one, it's a military slasher.
Yeah.
Right? Which is wild because so you go back. It starts out in the 40s. Where, when you're 17, you just go to war, right? Why not? Most kids go to GameStop these days. No, you just ship to Germany, go fight Nazis and shit, right? But I'm telling you, as a military guy, okay, there's nothing worse than getting a Dear John letter. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
For those who don't know what Dear John letters is, it's a letter you get. This is before internet. Okay. Well, now you can get Dear John emails, I guess, or text messages, right?
Right.
That basically says your love of your life, your high school sweetheart, is banging someone else.
Dude, what the fuck, man? Like that sounds like that's a movie in and of itself.
I think if you've been in the military long enough, everybody got one. I got mine at boot camp.
Sheesh.
Yes, I got, and which is not really a big deal. At the end of the day, I didn't go crazy and start killing people.
Right.
But my high school girlfriend of like fucking 3 months, by the way.
Right.
No one cares, right? I get about a month and a half into boot camp, I get a letter, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I read it, and it's like she's dating some other dude now, and I'm like, you motherfucker.
Okay. You motherfucker.
I got over it.
Not to get sidetracked here, right? But I mean, like today's world. We live in such a place where, like, if we go to Target to get a new Ben & Jerry's flavor and it's out, it's like, oh, I'm depressed for 2 days.
Yes.
You're in fucking war, and you get a letter, but you weren't, like, calling out of work the next day.
No, yeah. Now you gotta go stab Nazis in the face, right? Or dude. Whatever. So it's tough, man.
It's tough.
It's tough, and I can see, you know what? I kind of feel for the Prowler.
I feel
for him, man, because he comes back from war and sees his old lady and some other dude getting it on, right? And I guess I don't know where he gets a pitchfork at.
I don't question it.
Don't question it, and kills him. And that's how you start the movie, by the way, right? So you already got deep feel. Now let's talk about the Prowler. I will admit it falls victim to a little bit of slow pacing. So if you guys are. If you like slow-paced movies, but very intriguing movies, then this is your movie. If slow-pace kills you a little bit, it's going to be a little tough, right?
Right.
But the classic POV style.
Yes.
Right? Your classic walk-in, and you don't know really who the killer is. And then the way they reveal the Prowler in his military, it's like I don't know what it is, some kind of camo netting. They tied Fade with a World War II helmet.
It's so good.
Yeah, and he has this long-ass bayonet, right?
I love
this
that
thing
bayonet.
is like fucking 6 feet long, dude, right? Maybe not. Maybe 2 feet.
But that bayonet kill is impressive, right?
Literally kills, yes.
Literally.
And the way they reveal him and show him in the shadows and bring it, and just the cinematography in this movie is what gets me, and I just freaking love this thing, man. So
I do agree with you. It's a slower burn, but you do get the reward. There's payoff in this because you get some of the most. I mean, first of all, Savini is a part of this film, right? So you get the really classic Savini.
You get
effects.
I remember watching this and seeing it in Fangoria, especially the stab through the top of the head,
which is what I got tattooed on me. That thing right there.
Yeah,
right?
and it goes down, and the guy's eyes just kind of turn white, right?
Right.
That is, I mean, they had a trifold poster in Fangoria of that, and I remember having that on my wall.
Oh, that's so rad.
Oh, it was great.
I got to look up to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
That's probably
it is just because it's framed perfectly that you can make a good vertical poster out of, right?
A lot of our counter banter at the shop actually revolves around the Prowler because we talk about some of the most like iconic kills in movies.
Yes.
And you know what? This is where I'm going to go after Damien Leone a little bit. You know what I mean? Because in the early '80s, we did not need flashy 5-minute drawn out kill scenes with salt, fucking bleach, and all these other things to make a point.
Yes.
You needed a bayonet through the top of the fucking skull. It took all but 2 seconds to coordinate this kill, right?
Totally.
And like it is some of the most memorable shit that I've seen, and it still sticks with me to today. I'm sorry, I don't need the new age like I torture like
forever.
7 minutes. Yeah, I don't need it.
Yeah, and that's what the thing about slashers is. And, we're going to talk about Art the Clown real quick.
Yeah.
People say it's a slasher. Maybe.
Kinda.
More splatter, more, because slashers are quick creative kills, right?
Right.
You're not seeing, because the more you show the kill, the more you guys see the killer. The more you see the killer, the less impactfulness that he gives you, right? You know, keeping him in the shadows, keeping him on that, to me, that's the recipe for success, right? And so they did really well with this in the Prowler, you know,
sure.
and whatnot. So yeah, really good. In fact, I love it. And he gives roses to all his victims.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's one of my other favorite movies too that we might or may not be talking about. There's a rose involved, but I love the fact that he lays it on the victims.
Yeah.
Classic soundtrack again, banger.
Here's a wild story. Last night, so I showed this. Gina has never seen this. My wife, right? She's never seen this. So I'm like,
sorry,
fucking
Gina.
Pull up a seat, right? Yeah. And so we were watching it, and she's like, so Sherry, one of the girls that dies in this movie, she wanted to look her up. Like, wonder what she's doing these days, right? That's classic Gina. She's always like, wonder what this girl's doing these days. You know, it's like probably nothing, working at 7-Eleven or something, but it doesn't matter, right?
Sure.
So she looked it up, and on her IMDb is a scene where the rose is on her face. As soon as she looked it up, I'm behind her. I get some out of the kitchen. I see the picture she's looking at right on the screen. The exact same scene pops up, dude.
Nice.
It was rad,
That
dude.
is cool. Holy
and she was like,
smokes.
"Oh my!" And of course, the tinfoil hat comes on. You know, someone's listening. Whatever.
Right.
But it was super cool, man. So a
Golly.
lot of cool shower scenes. I mean, you get everything. You get everything in your classic slasher, and it's just like I said, a little bit slow paced, but it's the cinematography in this thing is beautiful, man.
Beautiful and the coolest look. It's one thing when I met Jason, I was so excited to talk to him about a military dude, right?
Yeah,
and just learning, like, hey, like, what is this? I never knew what this stuff was. I mean, I knew I could guess roughly like where it was worn and everything.
Yeah.
But you kind of educated me on the whole.
Yeah,
top
we went
to
down
bottom.
the whole. We're going to build one.
We're gonna build one.
Build like a bust of the Prowler, which is
Like
going
a
to be
legit
super
one, which I'm pumped for. But to my point, though, just the coolest look of all these killers.
Oh.
Vicious.
Yeah.
But tagline here.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Very
unique, man. So that's what I like about it, too.
And Savini, this might be my favorite work you've done, buddy. I'm just saying.
Nice job.
The Prowler. Okay.
Oh yeah,
so
give me a tagline.
simple. If he wants you, he'll get you.
Okay. To the point. I love it. Could get like a 7.
7
you know?
schools.
Yeah.
Splatter, you still sitting pretty.
Fucking Splatter you
Hey.
with get the W. Now we got one more.
We do got one more.
We do have one more. And this is our number 1, man. And for those who know us, you know this is no surprise. And I wasn't going to change it for anybody because this is the movie I'm going to sing the praises to the day I die, man. And it's My Bloody Valentine. 1,000% the best slasher in the world out there.
How do you go wrong?
Yeah.
And it's the heavyweight of the slasher genre, but Jason, it might just be the heavyweight of the horror genre.
I agree.
It just might be.
And it totally is, man. And, you know, these films all have one big common denominator. I had to throw this out there, right?
Let's go.
It's tragedy happened 20 years ago, and now the killer comes back, right?
Sure.
So that was like your main trope, basically, in 80s slashers, right? It's something that happened when you were a kid or 20 years ago, and then, of course, come on back, and we're gonna time to get something. But Harry fucking Warden, baby,
come on.
And what do you think this movie? Why do you feel this is so good? I mean, I always like to ask you this. What is it about My Bloody Valentine that makes it the ultimate slasher?
Okay, so there's so many answers I have to this one. Best put, I think he's got the most. We just talked about the Prowler's look. He's got the most. Like the coolest look in my opinion, but it's also an atmosphere to this movie. You got he's a miner, right?
Yes.
And I mean, we're East Coast guys, so I think we've seen a lot of that kind of
for sure. There's a lot of coal mines, there's mines, and it's just even abandoned mine shit.
Yeah, I will say when it comes to My Bloody Valentine, it is the perfect movie to recommend to a new horror fan.
Yes.
We talk about this a lot, gateway horror films and stuff, but I don't know a movie that's better. And you could interchange the original with the remake.
Yes.
And you're gonna get a win. You're gonna get a horror fan out of that person because it's just that special.
Yeah.
It's got a terrific ending. By the way,
amazing.
But the whole movie, it flows. It's cohesive. There's no slow burns.
Yeah.
You have like the characters are kind of like the same old, but like they're fun.
Yeah, and you actually. Yeah, not to sound stupid, man, but you actually care for these characters and you like these characters, you know what I'm saying? Where some horror movies, I don't care if they die or live or die. And that's something that we're writing, people laugh about slasher writing is lame, but if you can build character development enough where you're like, I care, I want this person to die, or I don't want this person to die, then you're emotionally attached. And they really do this in My Bloody Valentine very well. Harry Warden, the actor they got for this guy, I don't remember his name.
Peter Cowper.
There you go.
Yeah.
The movement. I would say people always go to what's his name from Friday the 13th. 6, 7, and 8. Sorry.
Kane Hodder?
Kane Hodder.
Yeah.
Or 7, 8, 9. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
sorry. Kane Hodder as the best Jason, right? Why? Because of his movements, right? Sure. And how violent, how just he is just in it.
Well, he's a specimen, man.
Yeah, but this is why I look at Harry Warden. He moves with a purpose. He kills with a purpose. He's violent. The axe or ice, whatever that pick is, right?
The pickaxe, yeah.
The pickaxe through the eye, which they redid in the remake with our boy,
Tom Atkins.
Tom Atkins, man, which is great, man. You know, so and so it's really good. And here's a story that not a lot of people know, and I think this is why the acting became so good. The director did not tell the actors at all who the killer is going to be.
Okay, that's cool.
During the entire movie. So they didn't get the final page of the script or whatever it may be. I don't know, with the reveal. So they had no clue who is in this group, who's going to be the killer, and which is brilliant. So suspicion was always there and all that stuff. It was such a good concept to do that, man.
I hate to say it, it just got a feel to it that's so different than anything else you watch.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie. By the way, the replay value on this is of more than any movie I've ever seen in the horror genre, dude.
For sure.
If you're telling me we're watching My Bloody Valentine once a week, every week, year round, I'm just as stoked come December as I was in January.
Yeah, and you can even flip flop between the remake and the 81 version, right? It makes as long as the 81 version is the extended full cut, which I think that's the only one out there these days. Because when it originally came out, they had to cut a lot because they didn't want to get an X rating.
Right.
And they cut out some of the best stuff. But then I think Lionsgate bought it and decades later, and then put all that back in, and so you probably get the good cut no matter what. So
sure, I'm with you. My Bloody Valentine. I mean, what else could it be? What else could it be at the top of this list?
So there you go.
Tagline.
Oh yeah, tagline. Here we go. So right now, fucking Splatter U is in the lead.
I think it's coming to an end, buddy.
Oh shit.
I do.
Okay.
This movie's so good. It has 2 taglines.
Okay.
One alternate for a different poster.
I love it.
The first one: This Valentine's Day, romance is dead. Sarah, be my bloody Valentine. That's a fun one.
That's
right?
a good one.
But then you have roses are red, violets are blue. One is dead, the next is you.
Okay, that's a 9.5. That's a
9.5
TKO.
schools.
That's the fucking ding 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 wave off the fight, man. That is amazing, man.
It's good.
That is so good.
It's fun.
I love that.
But hey, Splatter High though, taking a respectable runner-up. Splatter U, hey.
The tagline is great. The movie sucks, but you know what? The trailer is great. So go watch the trailer for the love of God. It's on YouTube. So
watch all these damn movies.
Yeah, watch all. So there you guys go. There's our top 11 definitive list, by the way. You can't go wrong with any of these, man. I literally go watch them all. And if anybody comes in, because a lot of people come in and ask us, right?
It's a popular topic.
Can you give me a list of stuff to watch? We just freaking did.
Yeah.
This should take you a week or so to get through this, and you're going to kill it.
Do you know how many lists we've written out for people that it's the same list, rinse and repeat every time? Yeah. My Bloody Valentine, The Prowler, Pieces, The Bunny, Funhouse, whatever.
I love it.
It's funny.
All right.
But here's your list, right?
Yes.
Questions asked?
Yes, we got time.
We got some time.
Let's do a couple questions.
We got a few minutes.
And by the way, we put out this thing last night for people to shoot us questions, and you guys are awesome. We got overwhelmed, so we will eventually just do a whole show question ask. We're just getting our footing now and all that stuff. But
right,
hopefully all these cameras and shit work. I don't even know if this thing's working right. But
right, we'll cook through these today though.
Well, we'll get to these today. We'll get a couple in today, and but thank you everybody who writes in and all that stuff. You guys are rad. So yeah, hit me up. It's me and
you and Mothman.
Mothman over
Moth
here.
Buddy over there.
Yeah.
Me and the cats.
Okay.
So first one's coming from our pal Morningside Hearse Club. You all know Ken. We love Ken.
By the way, one of the raddest hearses ever, and
Incredible.
one of the raddest names, right? Phantasm, Morningside. Oh my God.
Come on, dude.
Jebediah Morningside. Okay.
Love you, Ken. Has anybody in the cast seen a UFO or had an alien encounter?
Oh, sober?
Yeah, let's go sober because I'm sure under the influence, Jason.
Well, Mr. Mothman. No, okay. Unfortunately, I have not. I've never. Now, look, I've seen it. I think a lot of people have seen shit that you're like, is that a UFO? Right. And I've definitely been and seen things in the sky. And I'm like,
right.
There's no way. I mean, I've been around military aircraft my whole life, right? I mean,
sure.
I know how shit flies. I've jumped out of them. I've been in them. I've flown them. And so I've seen stuff that just doesn't make sense.
Right.
But the skeptic in me, tries. It's a weather balloon or whatever. But I've never had a alien encounter yet.
So nothing to this point.
To this point, that is a goal of mine, by the way. So
it's an aspiration.
Yes.
Shoot for the stars.
I hope to get taken up and get probed.
Okay.
I don't know. Why not, right? So,
right on.
So it seems like the thing to do. What about you? Anything?
Buddy, I have been probed more times than I can count on two hands. Next question coming from E-Spooky Chicana.
Is it A Spooky or E Spooky? In Spanish, I think E is like A.
Oh, dude, I'm so white. It's like, I have no idea.
So white.
E-Spooky Chicana.
Okay, all right.
If you were to add a 14th ghost to the Dark Zodiac, what would be the name and image, and how would they die? Kind of.
Wow. So we're talking the 13th ghost type of stuff, right?
Brother, I'm going to give you my answer. I don't know what the first 13 ghosts were or the Zodiacs or any of it.
Okay.
Help.
No, I've actually studied up on this. So, Maria, I shouldn't have told your real name.
It's
whatever. I mean,
Maria.
A Spooky Chicana.
One of our favorite volunteers.
Yeah, she's amazing. But anyway, so what would my 14th? Okay, the 14th ghost. You know what it'd be? Because, all the ghosts have a tragic ending, right? Whatever, hung, the torso, all this different stuff. I would do the carpal tunnel, right?
I like that.
Yeah. So this is from years of looking at phones and your hands all disfigured. You got a hunchback, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and so this is the 14th ghost, and I see the 14th ghost almost everywhere I go.
But you look like a cryptid, like, geez, holy gosh, that's
so
funny.
I would go with that. So the carpal tunnel,
and I'm gonna back it because I got no other answer. So thanks.
That's a good question. We should actually go down to one day the 13th ghost stuffs and just dive into every one of them. Which I don't know why they can do spinoffs on all these, but anyway.
I got to educate myself fast.
Yeah, we can do that.
A couple more. Alex Orveo wants to know, just wondering, who's your guys' favorite Michael Myers and why? I'll give you a second to think about this.
Okay.
James Jude Courtney from the new trilogy, 2018, Kills and Ends.
You are a bastard.
I love him.
Really?
Love him. Nick Castle, yawn. I'm just saying.
Okay, no.
He had to walk and all, but
no. Are you kidding?
Dick Warlock, close second.
Okay, there's a lot of good ones. I'm gonna say the guy did. Oh, geez, this is a toughie.
Yeah,
let me tough. I do like meeting some Nick Castle. We've got an autograph from Nick, right?
One of a kind.
Yeah, definitely. Who wrote this again?
Alex Orveo.
Okay, Alex. Okay, I am going to go with. Thanks for giving me time to think of.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I got this. This is easy. The Michael Myers from Halloween 3. Okay.
Oh, okay. Fair enough in this guy. And you don't like
Moving on.
Moving onwards. We got a couple more. Let's cook through these.
All right.
Where we at here? Next, we got Frankie the Midget.
Oh, I love Frankie. Frankie's a great guy.
Is Justin's nickname the Salem Sledgehammer?
The Salem Sledgehammer. Is that your porn name?
Do you want to take this one?
Yeah, it's just his porn name. The Salem Sledgehammer.
Sheesh, buddy. PayPal me a Ben Franklin. We'll talk about it maybe.
Oh, there you go.
You know,
just as to start an OnlyFans.
Yeah, only ghosts.
Only ghosts. That's what it is.
Hey, well, next we're gonna cook. I'm sorry, Frankie. TBD, buddy. Brody Hubbard. He wants to know. Hey, it's Hub. We know.
I love Hub.
We know you, Brody. Tell me some Jawlos you love. I can't wait for this guy.
Yeah, I'll start. You ready?
None.
Are you ready? Yeah, here, get the camera on me. None.
Yeah, hey, get the camera back on me, okay? Because we knew where he was going with this. He's seen Suspiria once, I think, and
is that considered Giallo?
For you, I would consider it Giallo, right?
Because
I think they're just not for everybody, right? And Jason just rather.
Oh God, no!
You're more about the BBB.
I don't want anything. I thought it was like crime drama stuff.
Hub, you're gonna know about all of these, but I figured I'd list them for a couple of the.
Oh wow,
the
you
people.
got a list.
Just a few. Tenebrae, obviously. Torso. Fulci even had a couple. Don't torture a duckling and lizard in a woman's skin. But also, Blood and Black Lace is my favorite. The Mario Bava. It's got the color palette's beautiful. It's lush. Hub, like I said, you've seen these, but for everybody else,
if I hear one more thing about the fucking color palette, man, these Italians, man.
But A24 stole from that color palette.
True that, and that's why I bitch about them. That's why I complain all the time. So.
Right, and then we just got two more. We'll make these really quick. Okay. Yep. Zachary Seatsma wants to know ghoulies or gremlins. Really straightforward.
Ghoulies
all day.
100%.
They went to school, dude.
Yeah, ghoulies. Went to college.
Yeah, they went to fucking college.
Fuck that. They got more education than I do.
Ghoulies are fucking educated. All right. And lastly, we got one from, I love the name, Pat's Fan, established 1996. Shout out, respect.
Lame.
What is a concept you would like to see in a horror movie?
What is a concept I would like to see in a horror movie?
Yes, a new concept you'd like to see in a horror movie.
I don't want to say anything. I want you to bring back, and honestly, fuck, I hate to say this, but Eli Roth kind of brought it back a little bit. The triple B. Give me the slasher formula
right.
that we've got. I think we were so afraid to go back to what works. What ruled the 80s and what we talked about in this entire hour right here was give me the same story. Something happened 20 years ago and you come back, right?
Right.
Which Eli Roth did in Thanksgiving, except it was a year, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A cool revenge story, and then give me Triple B.
Give me Triple. Okay, so
you know what I'm saying? That's it, man. I'm not asking for a lot.
I'm really glad you said
old.
that. Yeah, like growing up, the old heads always used to tell me like, hey, when you get to a certain age, you're just gonna go back to the classics.
Yeah.
And you're gonna stop caring so much about all the new stuff and trying to have these new crazy ideas. I agree with you. And you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just give me some more like Prowler inspiration style movies.
Okay.
And
that's great. Yeah.
Your Triple B, and I'm happy.
Good character development. Give me feeling for these people, and then slaughter the shit out of them.
You drop me on an island with a Fulci library, I'm set.
Okay.
I don't need nothing new. But yeah, that wraps it up for this segment.
How about that? I think we do an hour? Under an hour.
We made it, buddy.
All right. So, guys, thank you so much. Big thanks to Duke Sweet for my Mothman and your cats over there, man. So
see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, but I'm still sitting next to you, and I've done all the above. So, thanks, dude.
Nice. All right, guys. We'll see you next time on Creepcast.